In this video, traders, we're going to look at how to trade indices, some tips as well. Stick around. Hey guys, very warm welcome to you. Right, so in this video we're going to talk about how to trade indices. Also going to give you some tips and hints as well from some of my experience trading indices. Started trading 2001, but on this channel we have loads of videos about spread betting, CFD trading, indice trading, commodity trading, the lot, strategies, mindset. We go broad and we go deep on some of each individual topic, so make sure you're subscribed if you're into the markets, if you like markets, and if you like trading. Anyway, let's get going. So how to trade indices. First of all, you need to choose which index you want to trade. Now, there are hundreds probably out there, maybe not quite, there's a lot out there anyway, put it this way, and you need to decide which one you want to trade. So the more popular ones are going to be Dow, which is the Dow 30. So these indices you can trade via a spread bet or a CFD, and you can trade by a futures contract as well, but we'll talk about spread bet and CFD in this video. Dow, normally called US 30 or similar. They have to name them slightly differently for trademark reasons, but ultimately they follow the actual index that you know and love when you see on CNBC, on Bloomberg, on Reuters, and Telegraph Times, whatever it may be. So Dow 30 is a super popular one, very cheap to trade in terms of the spread. DAX 30 is another really popular one. That's the German index, top 30 companies listed in the German stock exchange. Again, very active, very volatile, trade slightly differently. Something you'll notice if you start to trade some of these, they've got different quirks and different personalities. They're almost like different people, if you like. They trade differently. Some of them are very angry and very aggressive, others are very calm and very relaxed. DAX, so put on the more aggressive side and very angry when it wants to be. So that's DAX. FTSE 100, maybe familiar, that's the top 100 companies listed on the London Stock Exchange. Super popular as well, especially with traders from the UK, of course. Tends to be actually that traders from that country will trade that index. Although you get some people obviously from countries that have got a very small stock exchange who will go to some of the bigger exchanges, which makes perfect sense. Personally, I like all those. I like the Dow, the DAX. I don't trade the FTSE so much. I think the DAX is more suits my style, but complete personality. I know lots of people who trade the FTSE are very successfully. Got NASDAQ as well, NASDAQ 100, tech stocks in the US, and then Nikkei, which is 225 in Japan, 225 stocks in Japan. Those are some of the popular ones. You've got CAC as well, CAC 40, which is the French stock exchange, and more and more. But you've got to choose which index you want to trade. Okay, and then your next step is to decide whether you're bullish or bearish. In other words, do you think that that index is going to go up, or do you think that index is going to go down? If you think it's going to go up, you're going to place an up bet or a long trade, depending on which platform you're trading on, spread bet, CFD, or futures contract. Bang, you place the order, put your order ticket through, select your position size, and that should be something that's very sensible and moderate, and you can stomach a loss. Always be thinking about your losses, and the profits will take care of themselves. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, we go really deep on that and other videos on the channel, and probably in the future as well. But the point is, you pick your direction, pick your size, off you go. If the market goes up and you're long, you make money. If the market goes down, you're short, you make money, and vice versa, you lose money if you are wrong. Up to you to decide which type of sort of time frame you want to trade. If you want to trade short term, over the next couple of minutes, couple of hours, couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, the choice is yours. That's the beauty of trading. You can choose how you want to express your view and just literally put your money where your mouth is, so to speak. So, easiest place to trade, you open up a platform, put the ticket through, bang, off you go. Little tip for you guys, if you're trading the indices, and like I said, these are the most popular ones. Dow, DAX is my favorite, but all those are good to trade. Bearing in mind that these are on different time frames. So before we get to this, actually, it's worth bearing in mind that really money flows around the sun. Yes, markets will trade 24/5, but what tends to happen is this. So if we start off in Europe, I'm only doing that because I'm based in the UK, 8 o'clock we get the UK Stock Exchange open, London Stock Exchange and European Stock Exchange are all open and they're trading. So 8 o'clock, chugging along, money is flowing there, all the money's flowing there. Then as the US Exchange opens, so we're talking about the Dow, we're talking about the NASDAQ, that's 2:30 UK time, money starts to flow there. Now of course, there's still trading in the UK for 2 hours, you've got 2:30 till 4:30 where there's an overlap, but money is starting to flow more and more into the US now. And then of course, as soon as Europe closes, UK closes, bang, all the money's now flowing in the US. And then that closes, then Asia opens, etc. So it just rolls around the sun like that. That's how money flows. So depending on where you are in the world and what time frame you can trade and what you want to trade, you're going to pick probably the right vehicle for you. Okay, so another little tip, guys, is this. If you are intraday trading, or if you're looking to find a sweet spot for your swing trade, intraday trading being trades that are made in intraday, so in and out in the day, flat at the close. Swing trading is something you're holding for multiple days, weeks, months, whatever it may be. Regardless of whether you're looking for a good entry point as a swing trader, or whether you're looking to kind of job some prices back and forth, or some trades back and forth intraday, this is a kind of overall framework that works really, really well for trading the indices. There's three distinct phases. You've got the open, the lunch, and the close. Now the open tends to be higher volume, bigger price moves because it's been closed, the bell goes, off go all the shares, start trading, and of course the indices are made up of a price of a basket of shares that's in them. Dow 30 shares, FTSE 100 shares, you get the idea. So as they're trading very actively at the open, as all the orders are coming because they're not being able to trade for a while, that's when you get good volume and bigger price moves, generally. Not always, but generally. Then as we come to lunchtime, things start to get quieter. Volume dies off in the shares and ultimately dies off in the index. So the index will start going a bit quieter, chopping around, not much happening. Of course, not always. On busy days, it's busy all through the day. But generally speaking, this is how it kind of flows. And in the close, super active. Again, not always, but very often that's when more orders come in, because orders are coming in before the bell goes on the closing stock exchange. So 4:30 for the London Stock Exchange, Nasdaq at 9 o'clock UK time. So lots of people are getting their orders in before the bell goes. Once the bell goes, that's it, they can't trade anymore. So much more urgent, much more order flow and more active. So generally speaking, you have that activity at the open, dies off a little bit at lunchtime and starts to pick up into the close. Open being the more predominantly active time. Also on very busy days, you might get a busy day all the way through. So what does that mean for you if you're looking for trades? It means that, hey, when you're looking for your levels and places you think are good buying points or selling points, bearing that in mind and thinking, okay, well maybe we won't get much further to move, or maybe I should wait until the open's done before I start looking to buy, and that kind of stuff. You can start thinking and structuring your trades and framework around that kind of sphere, if you like. All right, guys, that's how to trade indices. Take care. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure you are subscribed, and if you want to be notified when we do upload a video, hit the notification bell. Notification comes up, have a look, you can see if you like the title, you can watch it. If you don't, dismiss it and wait for the next one. Take care, bye bye.